Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll.
Ramkissoon.
Here.
Johnson.
Here.
John Francois.
Here.
Sid.
Here.
Witt. Here. Kleiner.
Here.
Burr.
Here.
Massey.
Here.
President Rodriguez.
Here.
And we have a quorum.
Correspondence?
We have one correspondence this evening. It's from the 2017 Stewart Military Appreciation Day Picnic Committee, thanking the city of Middletown for the loan of the stage for the Appreciation Day Picnic held September 10th at Stewart Air Base.
Received and filed. Okay, for the good of the city, anyone would like to address this council, please step forward. You have 4 minutes.
Come on. Right there, sir.
Right there.
Up here.
My name's Tom Benjamin. I'd like to submit a letter to the Common Council for their consideration. Let's see, it regards an issue that's been going on for many years, the flooding issues with my property. Honorable members of the Middletown City Council, as you may be familiar with the case, I have tried for a number of years to resolve the flooding problem caused by the flow of water to my property through the pipes and ground configuration of the adjacent property at 8 Columbia Avenue, namely sloped toward my property. Being exposed to years of flooding, my property has sustained major structural damages. Over the years, I have received numerous code violations from the city for every attempt to mitigate the problem. But to the best of my knowledge, no such violations have been issued to the owner of the adjacent property, which is the source of the problem. Please let me explain. About 20 years ago, in an attempt to mitigate the flooding problem, I raised the ground around the edge of my property and installed a pump and pipes, all of which I was cited for. My efforts did not resolve the problem, but partially slowed it down. In or around 1997, the city of Middletown proposed a plan to solve the flooding problem at the city's expenses, but never followed up on that. I hired an attorney and filed an Article 78 to move the process along, but I was unsuccessful to inability to continue paying for legal costs. Mr. Richard Girton from the Corporation Council accused me of trying to stop the project, which was totally false. I have made many attempts to address the issue through the DPO, unfortunately to no avail. At this point, I am pleading with the honorable members of the Middletown City Council to help resolve this issue that has been a constant source of stress for me and for once and for all. I'm willing to do my part and amenable to suggestions that would put the flooding to my property to a rest. Submitted respectfully, Thomas Benjamin. And I'd like to give the council
You can just give it to
letter.
Karen right there.
And do you people have any questions for me?
This is just to address the council.
Pardon me?
This is just to address the council, and then we will pass it out to the members.
I'm sorry, I don't understand.
You address the council for 4 minutes, and then if we have questions under our remarks, we'll reply back.
Okay, that's it?
That's it.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else would like to address the council?
Hi, I'm Bob Dietrich, Orange County Department of Health. Just wanted to let people know that it's on October 27th at Raleigh Center at SUNY Orange from 8:30 to 11:30. The county executive is going to have a health symposium. It'll focus on childhood lead poisoning. The keynote speaker is Dr. Maury Markovitz from Montefiore Hospital, who's the director of lead for the region. It'll be followed by a distinguished panel of experts, including State Department of Health staff, the medical director from Cornerstone Family Health in Orange County, a parent who had a lead-burdened child, an expert on early intervention services, and Orange County Department of Health staff. Okay, so that's open to everyone. It's free. You could find information on the Healthy Orange website and on the Orange County website, and I'm not sure if it's going to be on the city website or not. It will be. Okay,
Send us a flyer, we'll put it on there.
It's already on there.
it's on there. Okay, thank you.
John's on it. Thank you. Anyone else? Okay. Reports of department heads. Fire chief. Any questions for the fire chief? Thank you, fire chief. Police chief.
Nothing either.
Question for the police chief. Thank you, chief. DPW commissioner.
Good evening. Just want to update you about some of the projects we're working on. One of them, you may recall, watershed protection rules and regulations. Because our reservoirs, they are outside the city of Middletown, it's really very hard for us to develop any ordinance in there so that we can enforce protection of the watershed. So we have started a study, substantial study with CDM for about $100,000. We hired them in there to work with us to do the testing, see what the potential development in the properties around us, around our reservoirs, and see what we can do to protect our reservoirs, because everybody may recall what happened to Newburgh when they have their primary reservoir in there being polluted by some discharge from Stewart Airport, and they ended up having to abandon that reservoir and get another source from New York City and pay hundreds of thousands of dollars in there, possibly millions, in order to provide their people with water. So we wanna stay ahead of the game in there to try to protect our reservoirs. Right now they are in a very nice protected area, and their development did not really reach to them, and that's what we've been working on. In the process, we applied for a grant from DEC. DEC is very much aware of our issue, and they've been working with us and supporting us. And last week they announced that we got a grant of $50,000 towards this endeavor of securing and protecting our source water. And so that will go towards what the city has already approved, which is $100,000. So we're going to be out about $50,000 in order to develop this important task and set these ordinance. And we're working with the DEC and DOH as well to try to set up some kind of a statewide ordinance in there for protecting the watershed, because individually it's not going to be very fruitful to go down that route. Another project that we're working on is the roundabout. Just to update you, the bid opening for the roundabout, County Route 78 and James P. Kelly Way, is end of this month. Woolworth project, construction is moving along very well, and we're very happy with the progress. And with that, I will stop with my report if you have any questions for me.
Alderman Kleiner?
Yes, Commissioner, we've had a couple calls on the water meter replacements, and it was an issue when people were getting the letters who have been tried to schedule valve replacement, when that becomes an issue. Would you just explain that so people understand how, if they're on the list and we know that they won't be subject to that penalty and they have been cooperating?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for bringing this matter to my attention. Yes, there are some people who received a letter from us about $200 surcharge per billing period, per billing period, because they have not been cooperating with the notification that's been coming to them. Some people did notify, did cooperate. They had the documentation in there that they tried to reach out to the PMI, which is the contractor who's installing the water meters for ESG. And they have all that documented. And if you have all that documented, number one, our apologies for you getting the letter. You should not have received the letter. And number two, if you did and you tried to cooperate, then you will not be billed for the surcharge for that billing period. So with that being said, you have any, is
Thank
that
you.
clear?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Alderman Rankine-Sum?
Just briefly, can you update me on where we are with West Main and the water mitigation project there?
Yes, it was really on my list, but I don't want to talk too much. But the two projects right now, the only thing, Mr. Massey is shaking his head not to talk too much. The two projects right now, we're waiting again for the contract to be signed from the county. Again, the last thing they asked for, the mayor signed it a couple of weeks ago and he gave it to them. Now they're asking for a certificate of insurance from the city, that's what their attorney asked for. In order for them to sign it, they need certificate of insurance. That was brought to our attention last week. Mr. Townsend is working with Mr. Mayfield to provide that certificate of insurance. We are ready to go out for bid immediately. The engineering firm is ready, and we're ready to go out for bid for the two projects at the same time,
Yes.
Maple Hill and West Main.
Wonderful.
And also the black dirt sewer is out for bid too.
Benel.
And I'm sorry?
Behind Benel?
Behind Benel Place
you.
and Liberty and all that starts from the new school where Chorley School used to be, all the way down to Elm Street.
And that's
Yeah.
out for bid now?
That is out for bid right now, and we had the pre-construction meeting. We met with several contractors, and that process is moving along. I just don't remember the bid opening date, but
Okay.
it should be on our website.
Thank you.
Jacob,
Yep.
just going back to Orange Rockland and downtown, are they gonna repair before the snow comes down, or we have it looks like some speed bumps on North
Yeah,
Street?
there are some speed bumps, especially in Highland Avenue in there, and that's very heavily traveled road. And we've been after them, and Orange and Rockland has been after their contractor. I know that for sure because they copied me on the correspondence. So hopefully it will be addressed before the winter. So I'm gonna try my best, and I get you guys involved as much when needed to get it done. I can't promise for Orange and Rockland, but I will keep pushing and fighting to get it done. As you know, we had to stop their contractor at Lincoln Terrace for doing some work in there, and they had to rip out and abandon. Mr. Massey was with us, and the mayor and council president was with us that day. We had to stop them. We had to issue a stop work order because they were just installing. We were not very happy with their work. They were installing their gas main on top of our storm sewer line. So they had, after all that installation has been done, we had them rip it out and install it somewhere else, and pay more attention to the PR, public relationship in there, to be more polite with the people and all that stuff. So we went through a very vigorous process with them to make them understand that we mean business. And I think they're better, more polite now, cooperating with the public. But now we got to make them fix the road, as you suggested. Absolutely.
Alderman Johnson?
I had one other question with respect to the water meters. As a general protocol, if the contractor comes into a resident's home and then something doesn't go well, gets broken or cracked or whatever, what's the protocol for something like that?
They have a city licensed plumber, Val Bruni. He's in contract with them. He's supposed to jump in immediately and that happened. We try our best, obviously, not to leave anybody without water overnight. To my knowledge, it has not happened yet.
But there is a
Sorry?
protocol.
Oh, yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, if there's any emergency and the water is shut off for whatever reason because something broke during the installation, then we got to do whatever we have to do to make sure that it comes back, water is restored for the resident for overnight usage. There is a protocol, yes.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Jacob.
Yes, sir.
City Treasurer?
Good evening. Just a short comment on the budget for 2018. Our plan is to have it to the Board of Estimate on November 2nd and to the Common Council on November 21st, which will be well ahead of the deadline. And there's no plan on going over the tax cap. It's coming together, and so you'll see it soon.
Any questions for our treasurer? Thank you, Don. City Clerk?
Tonight, you'll be voting on a very important resolution, and it's for the scanning of our records. This is like the first step They have thousands of records that will be scanned for Corporation Council, for the Department of Public Works, and the Finance Department. And I'm hoping that you will vote for this, because I think it's going to be a big step forward for the city and for the start of a new plan to start scanning all our records instead of storing them. So I hope that you all will vote for this. Corporation councils, and after this, it's scanned, it will be put into a system where it could be searched by anybody into the who works for the city, that they're looking for any kind of Corporation Council's records or Finance Department records, which include many, many contracts, easements. Department of Public Works, we're going to be scanning a lot of plans that are downstairs in the basement, also all of the building permits, which will be a great step forward for all the people that work in City Hall to trying to find things for the public and for the use, and I hope that you will vote for that. Thank you very much.
Any question for John? Thank you, John. Doing an awesome job. Okay, public hearings and grievances.
Tonight, we have a public hearing for a 3-lot subdivision for 51 to 55 West Conklin Avenue. Notice is hereby given that the City of Middletown will hold a public hearing on Tuesday, October 17th, on or as near 8 p.m. as possible, Common Council Chambers, 2nd floor, 16 James Street, to hear any and all persons wishing to be heard on the proposed 3-lot subdivision for the lands of Boyce at 51 to 55 West Conklin Avenue, Section 33, Block 10, Lot 1. A full copy of the 3-lot subdivision plan is available in the City Clerk's office, Room 12 at City Hall, 16 James Street. Any and all persons wishing to be heard will be given the opportunity to speak either for or against the proposed 3-lot subdivision. This is by the order of the Common Council. Signed, John C. Nomchek, Clerk of the Common Council, City of Middletown. This was published in the Times Herald Record on October 9th and October 10th, and also on the city website. And just for the record, you have your mailings, Mr. Yanish? Thank you.
This time, the public hearing is now open. Good evening.
My name is Dan Yanish, surveyor for the Boyce family. This is a 30,000-acre lot that fronts on 51-55 West Conklin Avenue. Existing single-family house on West Conklin Avenue. Proposals for a 3-lot residential subdivision. Lot 1 will have the existing house on it. Would be 15,000 square feet. Lot 2 and 3 will front on State Street, have single-family houses to be built on them. Both have acreage of 7,500 square feet, which meet all the codes and regulations. The existing house on West Conklin has front yards that don't meet the code, but they're pre-existing non-conforming uses, which is allowed by the code. We meet all the rest of the code variances and everything else that the city requires.
Just for the record, 30,000 acres, 30,000 square feet.
30,000 square feet.
You had everybody's eyes behind you going, wow, 30,000 acres. I don't think Middletown's 30,000 acres.
You're awake. It's good you listened to my proposal.
All right, anybody from the public would like to address the public hearing? Any questions from the council? Do I have a motion to close? Alderman Massey, seconded by Alderman Consume. All in favor? Aye. Aye. Public hearing is now closed.
Thank you.
Okay, remarks of Alderman. Alderman Massey.
Nothing this evening.
Alderman Burr.
Nothing this evening.
Alderman Consume.
Nothing this evening.
Alderman Johnson.
Nothing this evening.
Alderman Witt.
Nothing this evening.
Alderman Kleiner.
Are we in a hurry?
You got
The
something to
Yankees
say?
game's over, isn't it?
Judge.
Got something to say?
Yes, I do.
All rise.
Well, say it.
Though we took
Okay.
a vow of silence.
We had a correspondence on lending the stage for the military appreciation. I think it was held at Stewart. I think it's a great thing they do. But I wanted to mention Jerry Bergman, who handles that and arranges all that and is always in the background, and whatever he does never takes credit. So I wanted to put that out there. I also specifically wanted to mention the donation of the skateboard bench for the skate park from the Mata family. Josh Mata, who died on September 10th, they said he was an artist and skateboarder, and they had a memorial for him there. It was really a celebration of his life, And I just congratulate the family for their courage, because in the obituary, it talked about mental illness, society's dark secret, and his battle with it all his life. And I think it was a wonderful thing for them to come forward and say that. And the turnout was tremendous. It was a great event. Post office parking lot still needs to be repainted for safety's sake. I encourage everyone to join me in maybe sending a letter to the postmaster to that effect. The Heritage Trail, again, needs a project manager, because it's so many different directions, and the direction we want it to come is here. So I want to thank everyone for all the hard work they do on the budget. These are some very intense weeks, and we have stayed under that very tiny state cap, and it's not easy to do, but the department heads and Don and everyone, congratulations and thank you. And yes, that silly roundabout is still in the works, and nothing we can do at this point. I congratulate John. That's going to be really excellent, the scanning and the records, and that's a terrific project. And I have one more thing, and I just have to say this. The Times-Herald Record, we want to support local journalism. They're our legal paper of record. They have excellent reporters, the very few who are left. But geez, an ad on the front page where they stick a paste-on ad over one candidate's face, and if you have a magnifier, you can see the editor's apology today, calling it a mechanical error. It's inexcusable. They put in special sections you don't want, and then they charge you for them by shortening your prescription. Their headline writers don't know that Puerto Ricans are American citizens. My wife and I were excited about the return of the Monarchs this year. They've really made a great comeback, and I wrote to Wayne Hall to see what he was doing. Well, Dave dropped his wonderful column, one on his local nature column. Our family has subscribed to that paper since July 30th, 1956, day one of the record. And I think if it weren't for Barbara Goodell, they'd probably lose at least half of their remaining subscribers. I hope they can do better. Thank you.
Alderman John Francois.
Nothing this evening.
Alderman Sid.
Nothing this evening.
New business.
Resolution sponsored by Alderman Burr to transfer a total of $9,800 within the 2017 operating budget of the Middletown Recreation and Parks Department to cover shortages.
Resolution sponsored by Alderman Burr, seconded by Alderman Ragasol. Discussion. Roll.
Graham Cassoon?
Aye.
Johnson?
Aye.
John Francois?
Aye.
Sid?
Aye.
Witt?
Aye.
Kleiner?
Aye.
Burr? Aye. Massey?
Aye.
President Rodriguez?
Aye.
Resolution passes. Resolution sponsored by Alderwoman Graham Cassoon to transfer a total of $1,000 within the Corporation Council's 2017 budget to cover necessary ZBA and Planning Board expenses.
Resolution sponsored by Alderman Cassoon, seconded by Alderman Johnson. Any discussion? Roll.
Graham Cassoon?
Aye.
Johnson?
Aye.
John Francois?
Aye.
Sid?
Aye.
Witt?
Aye.
Kleiner?
Aye.
Burr? Massey?
Aye.
President Rodriguez?
Aye.
Resolution passes. Resolution sponsored by Alderman Johnson to amend the zoning code to add certain uses to be allowed in the C2 zoning district with planning board approval.
Resolution sponsored by Alderman Johnson, seconded by Alderman Ragasol. Any discussion? Roll.
Graham Cassoon?
Aye.
Johnson?
Aye.
John Francois?
Aye.
Sid?
Aye.
Witt?
Aye.
Kleiner?
Aye.
Burr? Massey?
Aye.
President Rodriguez?
Aye.
Resolution passes. Resolution sponsored by Alderman Witt to request the County of Orange to exempt the City of Middletown from certain real estate taxes on land solely devoted to public use as part of the City of Middletown for watershed and related equipment for fiscal year 2019.
Resolution sponsored by Alderman Witt, seconded by Alderman Kleiner. Any discussion? Roll.
Graham Cassoon?
Aye.
Johnson?
Aye.
John Francois?
Aye.
Sid?
Aye.
Witt?
Aye.
Kleiner?
Aye.
Burr? Massey?
Aye.
President Rodriguez?
Aye.
Resolution passes. Resolution sponsored by Alderman Kleiner to authorize the treasurer to transfer a total of $160,175 within the 2017 Police Department budget to cover some under-budgeted items and to purchase a new speed trailer, 2 mobile data terminals, and a storage shed.
Resolution sponsored Sponsored by Alderman Kleiner, seconded by Alderman John Francois. Any discussion? Roll.
Graham Cassoon.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
John Francois.
Aye.
Sid.
Aye.
Witt.
Aye.
Kleiner.
Aye.
Burr. Massey.
Aye.
President Rodriguez.
Aye.
Resolution passes. Resolution sponsored by Alderman John Francois to authorize the mayor to sign an agreement with Aaron Associates to perform a cybersecurity vulnerability assessment of our plant-wide SCADA system in the amount of $5,400.
Resolution sponsored by Alderman John Francois, seconded by Alderman Massey. Any discussion? Roll.
Graham Cassoon.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
John Francois.
Aye.
Sid.
Aye.
Witt.
Aye.
Kleiner.
Aye.
Burr. Massey.
Aye.
President Rodriguez.
Aye.
Resolution passes. Resolution sponsored by Alderman Massey to authorize the mayor to sign an agreement to change public accounting firms from O'Connor Davis to RBT CBAs for 3 years.
Resolution sponsored by Alderman Massey, seconded by Alderman Kleiner. Any discussion? Roll.
Graham Cassoon.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
John Francois.
Aye.
Sid.
Aye.
Witt.
Aye.
Kleiner.
Aye.
Burr. Massey.
Aye.
President Rodriguez.
Aye.
Resolution passes. Resolution sponsored by Alderman Sid to authorize the mayor to sign agreements with General Code and Image Data for scanning and processing of our records management system.
Resolution sponsored by Alderman Sid, seconded by Alderman John Francois. Any discussion? Roll.
Graham Cassoon.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
John Francois.
Aye.
Sid.
Aye.
Witt.
Aye.
Kleiner.
Aye.
Burr. Massey.
Aye.
President Rodriguez.
Aye.
Resolution passes. Resolution sponsored by Alderman Johnson to approve SECRA for the 3-lot subdivision for 51 to 55 West Conklin Avenue.
Resolution sponsored by Alderman Johnson, seconded by Alderman Cassoon. Any discussion? Roll.
Graham Cassoon.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
John Francois.
Aye.
Sid.
Aye.
Witt.
Aye.
Kleiner.
Aye.
Burr. Massey.
Aye.
President Rodriguez.
Aye.
Resolution passes. Resolution sponsored by Alderwoman Graham Cassoon to approve the 3-lot subdivision for 5155 West Conklin Avenue.
Sponsored by Alderman Cassoon, seconded by Alderman Johnson. Discussion? Roll.
Graham Cassoon.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
John Francois.
Aye.
Sid.
Aye.
Witt.
Aye.
Kleiner.
Aye.
Burr. Massey.
Aye.
President Rodriguez.
Aye.
Resolution passes. Resolution sponsored by Alderman Witt to remove from the Middletown Fire Department rules and regulations legal issues for the fire service from Article 10, Section 45.
Resolution sponsored by Alderman Witt, seconded by Alderman Kleiner. Any discussion? Alderman Kleiner.
Just quickly, this is a regulation requiring that, I think, chief candidates take a course that's no longer offered, so it's being removed. Thank you.
Anyone else? Roll.
Graham Cassoon.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
John Francois.
Aye.
Sid.
Aye.
Witt.
Aye.
Kleiner.
Aye.
Burr. Massey.
Aye.
President Rodriguez.
Aye.
Resolution passes. That's all for new business.
Motion from the floor.
Motion from the floor, resolve that the Common Council of the City of Middletown hereby amends the City Code Chapter 460 Vehicles and Traffic to add the following section: 460-12, no parking on Stroke Street. D, on the southerly side for a distance of 60 feet from the intersection of Wickham Avenue and Stroke Street.
Resolution sponsored by Alderman John Francois, seconded by Alderman Massey. Any discussion? Alderman Kleiner.
Yeah, we did thoroughly discuss this in DPW committee. Thank you.
Anyone else? Roll.
Graham Cassoon.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
John Francois.
Aye.
Sid.
Aye.
Witt.
Aye.
Kleiner.
Aye.
Burr. Massey.
Aye.
President Rodriguez.
Aye.
Resolution passes.
Audit.
Mr. President, I move the accounts be audited, the claims be adjusted, and the city treasurer be authorized to issue warrants for their payment.
Resolution sponsored by Alderman Massey, seconded by Alderman Burr. Roll.
Graham Cassoon.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
John Francois.
Aye.
Sid.
Aye.
Witt.
Aye.
Kleiner.
Aye.
Burr. Massey.
Aye.
President Rodriguez.
Aye.
Resolution passes.
Move for adjournment.
So moved.